besides, I don't want to say converting you women, but getting you women that are believers, you women that are believers, to get you on board with this, we ain't gonna just sit there and cuss you out every time. That's not what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to show you how your ways have led you to error, okay, and to show you the right way, and it can be done with subtlety. I don't have to show my bravado against you to prove my masculinity. I just got to be who I'm naturally am. But with that comes the understanding of who I'm dealing with, that the scriptures say the weaker vessel and treat you as such. Not belittling you, but just showing you, hey, this is how it has to be done. But some of you women are so headstrong that you have to be humble.
Right.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Majority, right?
Majority of them.
And so that comes, hey, as some kids need, they ask, some women also need to be humble. Right? So that's just part of what has to happen,
right, especially
in a time of reproof and correction.
Where'd that pride come from?
Yep.
How was that pride allowed to be, I won't say get on you, but how was that pride allowed to grow?
Yep.
Fucking the serpent.
Yep.
The serpent that's allowed that you had that pride.
Right, because right now Esau and Eve, the serpent and the woman, the Eve woman, they're at the peak. This is the peak of their power right now. You know? And slowly but surely we see that society, especially men, are waking up to the fact that, hey, these women ain't shit. Okay? Women are not to be worshipped. Okay? We're slowly but surely through the scriptures, the men of the Lord are bringing down that stronghold. One of many strongholds that come out of this place, Babylon, okay, that take a hold on our people and separate them from the power.
Right.
You know? Because that's really what it is. It's a stronghold to keep you in bondage. Okay? It destroys the woman as well.
Yeah.
Because they're not in their natural order.
You know? What you're saying. Look at where we're at in society. The woman of the year a couple years ago was trans. I was thinking of that. Right? So how is that going to benefit you? You helped create the platform for men to want to be praised like women are praised for them. That changes the natural use of what you're supposed to be doing into some bullshit, man. And now women are so power drunk that you just want to exercise power. And when a man stands up against you, toxic masculinity, let me call the police on you. Let me call another toxic man to cancel out your toxicity or whatever. Well, that's not, the Heavenly Father's about to cancel everybody's authority, and only having authority those that are moving in His spirit.
We're about to set things right side up. Right now, cities is all backwards and upside down. Like you women, you didn't have an issue with your position until the serpent came and told you that, hey, don't you feel oppressed? He deceived you into thinking that you were oppressed. But before then, you didn't think you was oppressed. But you've been enabled. And it's to your destruction. And you've been fooled into thinking that it was for your benefit, but it's really not.
It's funny you said that too.
She bought into that whole color purple concept that the serpent put in her mind.
Women's lib and shit.
Women's lib and all that, but that whole agenda was to perpetrate the so-called black man and strong fathers as villains.
Yep.
So it made the women look differently at their men. And Esau stepped in and played hero and said, well, we can make it to where you don't have to have him in the household.
Yep.
We got you. We can take care of you and your children.
We're going to provide for you everything that man was providing.
That man can provide for you. We'll step in and be
a shelter, food, but they're not going to provide that what a man brings, his presence in the household. Right.
All of those things connected to the Most High. And it's crazy because women's lib of the 60s is literally the Adam and Eve serpent story. Replayed out. And it's just that, played out. The shit fact, women are living the life of a lie. Something lied to you, and you believe it so much, and you want it to be so much, that you're willing to self-destroy yourself to have a feeling of that power. Well, what we're coming in, the time we're coming into, is what happens when the society follows after that guideline. This is the end of this science experiment, right?
This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. I'm going to read down in the GMT. And it says, women shall learn in silence and all humility. I do not allow them to teach.
When a school teacher say, and it's funny when this happens to these things now, when a school teacher be like, okay, third grader, come up and teach the class, I'm going to go sit in the back and let you run shit. No, you don't know that. Teach something you don't know. No. Everybody has to be in their place. And respect the roles of each other. For the student working to everyone's benefit.
It said, women should learn in silence and all humility. I do not allow them to teach or to have authority over men. They must keep quiet. For Adam was created first, and then Eve. And it was not Adam who was deceived, it was the woman who was deceived and broke God's law. But a woman will be saved through having children if she perseveres in faith, perseveres in faith and love and holiness with modesty.
Well, like the precept that brother read about women haven't been imparted that wisdom and understanding from the beginning. So this is why they're not supposed to be teaching. And if a woman is to teach, you're supposed to teach younger women the things that you were taught by your husband. In order to be taught, you have to learn to listen and humble down first. You got to learn to be able to receive what's being told to you.
And your husband got to be right.
Yeah.
Your husband got to be in the mind of your how about you got shot. For you women to be saved through the childbirth. But you got to be holy. You got to be quiet. You got to follow your husband like your husband follows your house shot.
That's why I started with that. That's the order.
Right, the story of Noah and his 3 sons, right? The women aren't even mentioned.
Right.
Their names aren't recorded, you know? But you would know that their woman, especially Noah's woman, she didn't give him any shit very much, you know? He was doing what he had to do. And for that, childbearing, right? The women were brought into that to the boat. You know, the ark.
The only reason they had a spot on that boat is because they wanted to humble down and follow their lead.
You know? So that's the mindset that, especially the woman that say they believe, that's the mindset that they got to be in. Because the world is telling the women that are repenting, coming to the truth of Yahweh Shai, they're in a battle too with the world. The world's telling them that no, come back. You don't need a man. You don't need to be under the arm of the Lord. You know. You don't need to humble yourself. You got everything you need out here. You know.
All this liberty.
Yeah.
And this is the liberty that the serpent gave you. You wouldn't have all this liberty if it wasn't for the serpent. And that's the reason why a lot of our women, they're very loyal to him. You know, he gave them the benefit to be able to maneuver without any type of correction, criticism, guidance, leader. Like, basically, she's just out in the world.
No accountability.
No accountability. She's just out there.
Yeah.
But it's set up like that for a higher purpose. See, the elites know exactly what they were doing when they started women's liberation. You go back to the root of it, was the fucking the Rockefellers that funded the whole organization. All right, they wanted to figure out a way to get women into the workforce so that they can tax them right with the men.
Right.
And while they get the extra money from seducing these women and giving them the right to be able to go and vote, be able to go and work, that leaves the children wide open.
Yeah.
So now the state can actually guide and raise your children.
And indoctrinate your children.
And indoctrinate them. Your children is away from you for 8 to 10 hours a day.
At least.
You don't know what they're feeding your children.
So your children are with them more than they with you, because you figure you say 8 to 10 hours, and they going to sleep at least.
Say 7 hours.
Yeah, 7, 8 hours. That's more than half the fucking day.
18 hours already.
Right.
You know?
And then we know with Jake, Jake, not only do they go to, they got the classes, so you there from what, 7, 8 in the morning. So the class get out at 2 something, almost close to 3 o'clock.
Yep.
But then Jake parents ain't always there to get them right there immediately. They still probably at work. So they gotta be at the after school, shooting hoops,
or at
playing
home
on the playground,
watching TV,
or they have this after school program.
Yeah. Yep. Go home.
They just got time to go out there and get into mischief or whatever the hell is going on. And then when they get home, you tired, so you don't even feel like sitting with them and giving them the little time that y'all missed out for all the day. You burnt out, so you like, hey, do your homework, and then after that you could go and get on the game,
go to bed,
or get on your little tablet or whatever. You know, you ain't even got time for it.
It's fucked up cycle.
It's a fucked up cycle, man. And this system was designed for that purpose. All right, it's all fucked up. This is a wicked ass kingdom, man.
Yeah.
So really, that's why the order is really out of order. Fathers can't be fathers, and mothers can't be mothers.
Mothers gotta be everything.
Yeah.
And here's the worst part: the mothers believe that they can be everything.
Yeah.
You ask any successful mother that was a single parent that raised reasonable, God-fearing children, productive members of society, and they're the ones out there crying that they're tired of doing everything. They want someone that needs some help.
To learn back over that, even on so-called Father's Day, you got women that'll say, "Oh, I was your daddy too." And why
Happy Father's Day to me,
why on Mother's Day don't you hear any men saying, "I'm your mama too"?
When the single fathers out there, it's out there.
Yeah,
Getting praised today.
Right, the fact that we even have this conversation.
Right.
Single moms, single dads, that just lets you know what kind of place we're living in, what kind of world we're in.
And the corruption of the minds of the people that believe in society ran like this. I want to add one other thing that the brother was talking about. When you're at school all day and both parents at work all day, or whomever, however it goes, they have that time with the kids all day to indoctrinate them with the worst ways of society.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, it's a scientific experiment in a true study that they set up schools and prisons the same way.
Oh yeah.
That shit is the same routine.
Because you don't.
Lock schedule.
Yeah.
You got lunch at a specific time. You got hall monitors.
Even the way they get the lunch.
Yeah.
They,
Trays
and shit.
Shit,
Go
now
sit at a table.
Cafeteria.
Yep.
color line.
Yeah.
School county jail and shit.
School bus, jail bus.
Yeah. They're identical. Yard time. They got arts and crafts and shit.
Library, so it's the same shit.
It's fucked up.
And what do they say? The only way that you can get out of jail. How do you get out of jail on good behavior? You gotta go be a student of some sort or a teacher of some sort. That's what's good behavior. When you follow the other model, there's a good and bad model of how to follow this system. What they say, which is out of school. That's why you women, the answer to all your problems is going back to school. That ain't the problem. Obedience unto a man is where you make that correction.
A righteous man.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, a
Yeah.
righteous man. Right? The other side of this is what you was alluding to, is this is set up this way because it was predetermined and set up that this is how they want the image of the beast.
That's what I told you about a thing like the arts.
So this is all set up, the New World Order, for everything to be out of order.
They knew what they was doing, man. The time of the day that school runs, that's pretty much the time of the day where a child's brain